what I wanted to talk about today was content because Gary Vee said very clearly, you got to make content 3 times a day. Great. But the second thing I learned was make your content to be about things that people are looking for. And there's a gap in finding products in that gap. So this isn't one of them though, but I wanted to talk about this, my ADD. See how I jump around? That's ADD. And according to a genius, I'm going to call her a genius, she said, the reason my house is a mess, the reason I can't get organized is because I'm wasting my time on things that I don't naturally, that's not for my mental capacity. I'm a genius. I'm an ADD. ADDs are geniuses. They should not spend their time on things like dishes and cleaning. They need to spend their time on what they're best at. Creativity, entertainment. And if they use their energy for the things that they love to do, they're going to have results. And that's why I don't have results with housekeeping. I love a clean house. Believe me, if my house is clean, I'm the happiest person in the world. And that's the only reason I do clean it, because I love a clean house. However, motivating myself to clean it is or keep it clean is a whole nother story, because I live with 5 other people. And 3 of them are under 11 and 2 of them are men. So yeah, I do the majority of the cleaning, but I'm not meant to clean. That's not what my mind was designed for. Even in the, even when they were hunters and gatherers and things like that, the women didn't stay home and do dishes or shop. They went outside and they created ways to make beauty out of crap. That's what I'm designed to do. Right now, you want to know what I'm drinking? I always watch these shows and these guys, talk for a little while and then they take a sip. I'm drinking mud. I think it's what it's called. No, it's called something else. Rise. And it's mushrooms and coffee. No, I didn't put coffee in it, but it comes with coffee in it. And we're going to see how it works on me, because I'm going to make videos every day, because this is my real calling. Not cleaning this house. My real calling is making these videos. Yeah. So let's talk about some things that I think will help you process what's going on in the world today. What's going to help you process what's going on in the world today is these few words. What if it all works out? When you start going down, the way to bring yourself back up is, what if it all works out? What if God said this is the way it's supposed to go, and for my own well-being? Since I started doing that, I do feel a lot better. What if it all works out? What if this is happening to me? Because I needed to learn this lesson, and now I can move on and grow bigger, become a bigger person because of this lesson. Isn't that what we all want, to become our highest selves? So, what if this all works out for me? What if me doing these videos every day works out for me? What if I get an audience of people who really like me or really hate me? Because haters are your best publicists, because they're going to share your content with everybody and say, look how stupid she is. And the people that really love you are going to gain knowledge and enjoy learning things that they couldn't have learned if you didn't say it in your way. They've heard it before. It just wasn't said in a way that resonated with them and sounded down into them. The other thing I got out of some content was, you have to be around people to grow. And I honestly believe that, especially if you hate people. because being around them, you learn to deal with it, and you learn to find good things, because you have to. My sister's always said this, when bad things happen to her, she goes, I could laugh or I could cry. It's my choice. And she always chose to laugh. And so my whole family are comedians. They're funny. They make me laugh. They make me laugh so hard and my stomach hurts. And we're laughing about bad shit, bad stuff that happened to us. Why are we laughing about it? Because we have a choice. We can laugh or we can cry. Just like my hair. What is this bad shit that happened to me? Age did this to my hair. And now I'm trying to find ways to correct it. Or I can laugh at it. So, yeah. If you've got any great hair solutions, please call me. Now, right now, in the news, is the Charlie Kirk story. Why is this an important story? Because also in the news is the Iran story and the Gaza story and the Palestinian story. These are all big stories. Now, my circle of friends doesn't talk about it, so I have to go online and talk to you about it, educate you about it, because it's really too hard to process for most people that humans can do what they're doing to other humans in this day and age. We get it that they used to do stuff like that. Burn women on the stake, suppress freedom of speech, things like that. That was in the olden days, Holocaust, olden days. They wouldn't do it today. So they don't want to talk about it because they can't process it. They're not bad people. They just cannot process it. So those of us who can process it, it's our job to educate. Brian Coleman educates in the most intelligent way. He's a lawyer. And so he brings out evidence in a way that is so structurally sound, you have to draw a conclusion. And it will be your own conclusion. Candace Owens risks life, limb, family, everything to expose the truth. Both of these guys can be shot at any minute for exposing the truth. They haven't shot him yet. And I feel like God's protecting him. And I think the reason Charlie died was because he had to wake everybody up. He was the one people listened to, where Candace and Brian probably nobody's. I never heard much about Candace or Brian before Charlie got killed. I never heard of Charlie till he got killed. And I would never have known there are people who want the Epstein files to come out besides me. These people were public figures, influential figures who put their lives at risk to tell the truth. So, yeah. So my job is now to point to the truth tellers, because this is what they said. When you're in a disaster, everything's going wrong, find the people who are helping others. Find the helpers and go with them. That's the kind of day we live in. We live in a place where there's a lot of people, we just don't know what to do. And a lot of people just going along with this, or they're actually pro-Iran. And as hard as that is to believe, I can't believe it. But even the Bible said, they would be blinded. They would be blinded. So what do? You find the helpers. You go hang out with the helpers. Who's helping? The people exposing the truth. The people uncovering, revealing, revelation, revealing the truth. So I've been trying to stick close to Candace and Barron as far as understanding what's going on. And I advise anybody to listen to them and find out what's really going on. So The biggest problem that makes this really hard for people are liars, especially liars that you sympathize with, like Erica Kirk. Her husband just died. She must have been a wonderful person, or he would never have married her. There must be some really great qualities about her, or he would never have married her. Or he didn't know. I mean, how many of us married people and we thought they were the greatest person in the world, just to find out they didn't have our best interest in mind. They had theirs. So, yeah, it can happen. And it can happen to smart people. Love is a crazy thing. So, the problem with her is she's all pro-Israel, pro-bombing Iran. How could she be if she's representing Charlie, who was anti-Iran and anti what Israel was doing to Gaza? It's crazy. It's a crazy world out there. How do you deal with it? Young people, how do you deal with the hypocrisy? How do you deal with the evilness of the evil empire? And many people have made that comparison to Star Wars, the evil empire, the good people. You have to resist the evil empire. They lie, they cheat, and they kill indiscriminately. They don't care. And then there's the other show, Hunger Games. Same thing. I feel like we're in the Hunger Games. We have no protection. And I think one of the leaders an influential person that just died was David Wilcox. And I don't believe everything he said, because I feel like he was influenced by a lot of spiritual demons. But he did say something that I thought sounded good or correct. And that was, before they can do anything to us, they have to get our permission. So I don't consent. I don't consent to what they're doing in Gaza. I don't consent to what they're doing in Iran. I don't consent to what they're doing in the United States. I don't consent. I don't consent to the Epstein files. And again, Epstein files, all of this relates. All of these people are involved in the same stuff. So that's why it's important. There's a connection between Charlie, Iran, Israel. Who killed Charlie? Who killed J.F. Kennedy? It's all connected. And when you see how it's connected through the military, whom we do not question, and our president, whom it's not popular to question, especially during war, and the rest of us are just like, don't consent, don't consent, don't consent. And these movies, if there is such a thing as manifestation, and all you have to do is imagine it happening. And our movies are all about good versus evil. Maybe that's why we're in this matrix, or this reality. We've manifested it as a collective consciousness. And the only way to get rid of it is to do things and look at things that don't validate it. Maybe I shouldn't be watching Star Wars and Hunger Games. Maybe I need to watch something with not so much conflict, something more pleasant and happier, funnier. And then you won't settle for the worst. You'll constantly be looking for the good. And then maybe we as a collective consciousness can manifest that. Jesus did say, when two or more are gathered in his name. So every day, pray for that kingdom. Prayer is powerful. I know they try to make you think it's not. When they say prayers and thoughts, sending you prayers and thoughts, that was designed to make you think it's not powerful. It's more powerful than the guns.